Happy Memorial Day there, BC. And quick condolences to Fred Big Star 1000 on his loss there. And yep, so crazy stuff going on nowadays. And I thought I'd do a quick video here before the pile gets out of control. And got my this is what's playing is the Keith Jarrett Birth record. This is the second song on the first side, Mortgage something or another. I play this once in a while, every couple of videos. Mortgage on My Soul. And this has Dewey Redman and Charlie Hayden really kicking some ass on some bass, and Paul Motian and yeah, Paul Motian on the drums, and real groovy jam. And probably gonna end up using this song for my intro song because it's just kind of cool. And pretty much, you know, I'm a sucker for fuzz bass, wah-wah bass. That's pretty much what it is. And so yeah, and got a little stack here, some stuff I had forgot on my last video, and some kind of all over the board here. But I'll start out with the jazz first, and I'm gonna start out with well, I've shown this before, but I think it's an older video. But this I had to recoup my this Mahavishnu Orchestra, the inner mounting flame. Yeah, I like this. This is very good, very good. It's got electric guitars. I don't know what you call it, but you know, I was happy to score this on the cheap, and I'm pretty sure it's real early pressing, and pretty stoked. I got that one back. I paid a little bit more than $1 I paid the first time. That was a good deal. And so okay, that brings me to you say Black Flag. Yep, Black Flag. The process of weeding out. I would venture to say that this is the first punk rock free jazz record, if not one of the beginners of it. And this is a pretty unique pressing because it has a sticker here, and it's got notes from Greg Ginn, and it's got the sticker right here with the price on it. And this has got Greg Ginn, Kira plays bass, and then one of my all-time favorites, Bill Stevenson. This is he's on the drums, of course. You know, Descendants and a couple other bands that he's been involved with. But you know, for a brief time he was in Black Flag, and made Black Flag kind of a little bit more, I don't know how you could say it, kind of unique. He has Bill Stevenson has a really unique drumming style, and I think unique sound that I think is really cool, really, you know, really an inspiration. I'm not gonna talk about my past and stuff like that, but yeah, I've been fortunate enough to meet him and stuff like that, and that was cool. And a little more than meet him, but then this is now so yeah, this is 1980, 84, 85-ish, completely instrumental. Just, you know, Greg Ginn's basically doing the part of a saxophone, and the rest is, it's in a weird way, it's like that last track of the Keith Jarrett. It's kind of like that, but not. But yeah, I definitely recommend this if you've never dove into this record on Black Flag. They got some other stuff, but this is top notch. That brings me to another Grail. I basically had this and had to sell it, and now I upgraded it to a promotional copy on Impulse. This is Sam Rivers, the great Sam Rivers streams, and I probably wouldn't even know about this record if it wasn't for Derek Higgins and a couple other cats talking about stuff. But this is just a really nice copy of this this record. It's just crispy, and so I'll be looking for it's got like a psychedelic cover of Crystal, I think it's called. I'll be looking for a copy of that also, and be happy to get that back. So I bought some records from a person locally, and they ran into a big pile of hi-fi stuff, and I'll be probably doing a video on it. I'm talking about a garage filled with hi-fi vintage equipment, and if you you know, are into that thing, and when I do the video, if you're into that stuff, just hit me up, and if there's something you like, probably work out something. But it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of hi-fi amps, Macintosh, Marantz, old tube amps, Kenwood tube amps, several turntables, thousands of needles, cartridges, high-end stuff, and speakers galore. So I'll do a video on that sometime, probably within the next month or so. So this is one I picked up here. This I don't know, this is one of those, you know, you can get it cheap and stuff. It's the Jazz Samba, Stan Getz and Charlie Bird. I don't know nothing about this. I think I played it real quick, and yeah, I thought it was alright. Usually the stuff is alright. It's not mind-blowing, but it's still very good, and it's, you know, the right price. And so I picked it up, and so this is something out of the ordinary. Some Rich and Krupa, Gene Krupa. I really dig him, and this is called Burning Heart, and this is on I think this is on Verve. Yep, Verve. Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I don't think I've even played this yet, but I like the covers, so I grabbed it. And so funny, on my other video I was talking about Herbie Hancock and what happens. The record I didn't dig. I had to retort and say I kind of dig this now. This Herbie Hancock Future Shock. This is in a pile of basically throwaway records, and I'm like, hey, I'll check that out. This thing sounds just killer, and so in true fashion, I'm gonna have to probably we're gonna have to kind of jam out to this a little bit because it's kind of cool. I don't know, something about it just rocks me. I even play guitar to it, so I must have liked it. So let's see how this goes. Pretty cool. It sounds great. So yeah, no complaints. Right price, and I'm stoked. It's older pressing, obviously, with these stickers and stuff, and I would venture to say it's one of the million he sold. So, cool record, great sound, and I think it's the sound that's really getting me. And picked up this John Coltrane Blue Train. These are all in record. People sorted and basically set aside as junk, and I just went in there and went nuts. This is actually a repressed Blue Note, and I had a first pressing of this, I think, and I had to sell it, and so I got this back. I mean, this is a great record. I've never really sat down and analyzed it. And then in the pile here, probably the best of them all. Sorry about the glare. This Duke Ellington, John Coltrane, hanging out and jamming, I guess. And this is on Impulse. And I was like pretty fired up when I seen this. Yeah, I like this record a lot. I had this years ago on CD, but I've never had this on vinyl. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So another kind of wild record is this Krupa Rich jamming out. This is like legendary vinyl right here. This vinyl cut picture on the cover is just, yeah, you've all seen it everywhere. So yeah, it's really cool. It's not quite as bongo-y and stuff, and I thought they were gonna have like virtual. I think there is one where they really do, where it's focused more on drums and not so kind of. I like the layout of the other one better, but yeah, this is still cool to have. And this was in the pile too. That was gonna be pretty much thrown out and stuff. So oddly enough, I don't own any Beatles, so I can get the Beatles for basically free. A really nice copy of this. What is this one? Yeah, Revolver. Sounds great. Stereo copy on Columbia, I think. Capitol, sorry. Capitol rainbow cover. So I've been listening to this quite a bit, oddly enough, which is kind of strange. I don't have any Beatles except for that right now, so I probably want Rubber Soul and probably Magical Mystery Tour and Sgt. Pepper's again, and that's about it for me. That's about as far as it goes. So that brings us to the other stack of, I guess, stuff. I don't know if I've shown this. It's a rare copy of Mighty Rocket from the Crypt, Hot Charity. It's got the Chinese dragon on the cover. This came out in the 90s, mid-90s, and this is just a great record. Just killer. I don't know, you don't ever hear many people talking about the Mighty Rocket from the Crypt, so I'm gonna probably play some here. It's nice to kind of take a break from, Ty Segall and OCs and all that stuff. Get back to what I call basics, and this is really killer California punk rock of the 90s, of the highest order. There's the labels and all that. I've had this several times, but this time I got it mega cheap online, and yeah, so I'm really happy to have it again. See how this turns out. So kind of starts out kind of slow. It's got a bass deal. So hold on 1 second. Quite the epic intro there. I'll just kind of let this play out. So yeah, thanks Dots and Loops for the live video last night, and Randy, your live videos and stuff. Yeah, just loads of fun. So yeah, I picked up this in that batch, this Ethos, this crazy cover. I was kind of, it's prog rock. I don't know what on Capitol. When I saved this one from its demise also, so pretty much pretty stoked to have it. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I played it a little bit. It's a little bit whimsical for me, but it's always up for trade on that one. So Dots and Loops is playing this Tiger B. Smith, and I really dug it, so basically had to get it. So I pretty much really like this. This is kind of in the vein of Lord Sutch, I would say, and garage rocky, fuzzy, and rockin'. Yeah, this is on the this one's on the Janus label, and got this pretty good price, and stoked. It's a great record. So my quest to have kind of a big Overseas fan too, so I had to saw a good deal and I had to get it. This one's on the cough syrup colored vinyl. Yeah, I mean, this is great. This is a good record. Man, I highly recommend it. Just psychedelic, weird garage rock. Yep, the OCs. This is great. This is on Castle Face also. Yeah, I don't know if I should pull out the vinyl and you guys can all take a gander at it. It's not real crazy, but okay. Yeah. So that gives me the third copy of this record. So 3 of those bad boys. So I got just a couple more here, and these are all, I guess, I consider grails. In that pile that was going to be thrown out, they had this OG Sid Barrett EMI Harvest. I was very excited to see this in the pile. you know, Pink Floyd. But when Sid was in Pink Floyd, that was the best, in my opinion. I mean, and I was stoked to get this, man, especially for free. So, yeah, what can I say? Great classic record. Cool. This record here, I'm actually gonna put this on. This is a band that called Ultra Vivid Scene. This is a indie rock band from the late 80s who, until the Nirvana boom, really took off. The guys were doing pretty good. They were on 4AD. This band's called the Ultra Vivid Scene, and really killer. I mean, just fuzzy, and probably one of the first times I heard distorted bass done intentionally, and kind of blew my mind. So let's see what it does. Play this. Let's see if I can get to the really cool indie rock stuff. Go to the hit. So yeah, I totally recommend that record, Ultra Vivid Scene. Basically their first record, as far as I know. I was still in high school when they put this out, so yeah, it's a killer. You know, they were giving everybody a run for their money, 1988, and just everything you want, just distorted old bass and just loud crank guitars and stuff, and really cool, moody stuff. Yeah, Ultra Vivid Scene. So that brings me to the last one I got, and this is another grill. I probably showed this. I've had this a couple times. I don't think I had shown this on this particular one on the VC though. This is Hammerhead, Into the Vortex. I think Chris at Eat Shit Google, you know, he's shown this record before. This is probably my 10th time of buying this record, but I think hopefully I can keep it. Yeah, this band here is from Minneapolis, and then they originated out of Fargo. Amphetamine Reptile band, just brutal noise, but controlled, kind of like Sonic Youth meets Helmet, and that's what kind of lame comparison, but I don't know how to explain it because there's really no one like them. They got a uniqueness about them pretty much because they are from outside of the metro area type, and well blended. You know, they got, I think, 4 records out, and I got some more coming in the mail, but this is extremely hard to find at times, and except for maybe on Discogs, you might find one, but it'll cost you some cash. And I highly recommend this. This record here I got on CD, and highly recommend if you're into that stuff that just rips your skull out. This is it. So yeah, Hammerhead. This well-crafted art noise, kind of a Hawkwind almost type vibe, also with a little bit of Motorhead, a little bit of, you know, that 90s Helmet sound, but and also like Sonic Youth, and then real aggression and just power, and probably one of the best bands I've ever seen live. And yeah, check out that Ultra Vivid scene if you guys get a chance, and y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend, and I think it's going to be a while for my next video because I'm going to be out working, and we'll catch you later.